All right, everybody. Let me say welcome into the Fabulous 50s, baby. What can we say? What is the Fabulous 50s without the Thunderbird, y'all? I know the Fabulous 50s can't be nothing without the 1955 Thunderbird as we celebrate the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s and their last meeting. And should I tell you that the legacy of the Jack Yates Fabulous 50 at 2610 Elgin, the legacy will live on here on Facebook and YouTube and in Google. And it's such a good thing to be able to document this legacy. And I'd like to thank some of the people who helped put this together, who gave me the green light to go ahead on and start documenting all this lecture and all of this history of Jack Yates 2610 Elgin. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Robert Jones, Jack Yates class of 1955. Rest in peace. Also, Mr. Dan Merkins, a Jack Yates class of 1955. Rest in peace. These two guys seen the vision that what I was trying to do 10 years ago in 2014 to document this, so in case when they leave here, their families, along with Jack Yates families, will be able to see that they represented the school of Jack Yates of 2610 Elgin. And also some other people who seen the vision of what I was doing, such as Judge Green, Jack Yates class of 1955, such as Miss Thelma Anderson, Jack Yates class of 1956, and also Miss Carolyn Simple, who was the president of Jack Yates Fabulous 50, class of 1957. May you rest in peace, Miss Carolyn Simple. And also for Miss Josie Green, who also seen the legacy of what we was doing, a Jack Yates class of 1956. All of these people helped make this broadcast and these videos possible. And what can I say? Without Miss Dolores Johnson of Jack Yates class of 1958, man, I would have never been able to travel along and document all the legacy that the Jack Yates Fabulous of 50s that was doing during the time, the last 10 years that I was videoing them. Being able to go out to Galveston and witness the first black church in the state of Texas. Also being able to go onto the ranch, which they call the Little Ponderosa, with Mr. Robbins, which is the Jack Yates class of 1957. His ranch is located out there on New Waverly. All of this, thanks to Miss Dolores Johnson, who helped me by giving me the green light to travel with them through all of this history that we made here in Google and YouTube at 2610 Elgin. You know, at first I had it as Jack Yates Fabulous 50s, but this is bigger than the Jack Yates class of 1950. This is about Jack Yates, the original Jack Yates of 2610 Elgin. The house that Mr. Ryan built, the house that Mr. Holland helped put together. All of this is the legacy of our Jack Yates. And as we continue on the legacy of Jack Yates, I'd like to thank Mr. Jerry Shepard, who put together a Facebook page almost 6 years ago, the Jack Yates Roaring 60s, bringing all the Jack Yates legacy of the 60s. That's why you see the videos that I posted up in the Roaring 60s. From the Jack Yates class of 1960, which was William Harvey and Victor Bonner. These guys, what it said in 1960, the first thing it said on the yearbook, let the party begin. And the party began in 1960. And it didn't end until we segregated, when segregation ended in 1968. And we got all that video, not only on YouTube, but now we got it in Facebook and in the Roaring 60s. I'd like to thank all of you guys. But as we go in to close out the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s, what can I say but to thank Miss Mandora Ellis, along with her husband, Mr. John Ellis, which was the class of 1951. Miss Doris Collins, class of 1951. And also Miss Maxine Williams. Y'all, Facebook family, Jack Yates family, you seen it all. We did it all with Miss Maxine Williams as she turned 99 all the way till she made her last birthday in 103. All of that have been documented. And I like to thank God for giving me the vision of doing this, because no other school, white or black, not only in the state of Texas, but I don't know anywhere in the world, have documented their history on Google and Facebook. And believe it or not, this social media, what I might say, this social media is here to stay, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. It's just like television. It's just like telephones and cell phones. The computers, they're here to stay. Automobiles, they're here to stay. So again, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you, Facebook family. Thank you, Jack Yates family. And as we get ready to go into the Roaring 60s, because now we in the Roaring 60s, I finished in Jack Yates of 1967, the last year of segregation. And the beginning of 1968 was the beginning of integration. But I celebrate here along with the Fabulous 50s to let us know the Roaring 60s, you on deck. What they mean, you on deck, you ready to go, because the Fabulous 50s is closing out, and we closing them out right here at the Oakland Place, a home of Miss Mandora Ellis, Jack Yates class of 1954, and her incredible husband, John Ellis, Jack Yates class of 1951. And when we look at all of Jack Yates Fabulous 50 videos that I have done, one that will live on forever and ever, every Christmas, you will be able to see the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s and be able to see how Miss Ellis and Mr. Ellis decorated the Oakland Place just for them. When I say them, the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s. All of this have been documented and is on YouTube and is in Google. And now is on Facebook in the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s, because 10 years ago when I started this project of Legacy of Jack Yates 2610 Elgin, I thought of no other than put a Facebook page together, which was the Jack Yates Fabulous 50s. And we got over 2,000 members in that class, in that page. And what can I say about the Roaring 60s with Jerry Shepard? And what can I say about Remembering the Third Ward and Jack Yates? We got 3,000 members and still counting. So, Jack Yates family, let's go in and be part of the last and the final Jack Yates Fabulous 50 meeting. Thank you. God bless you. Love you.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, Miss Ellis, for you and John for letting me bring this documentation of everything that you guys have done. Well, it's in the Google. It's in YouTube. So your kids and the grandkids and your great-great-grandkids will be able to look at this.
Yes.
And these are documentation of everything that the Fabulous 50s had done. And it's such a video I posted today that will live on, just like Charles Brown, Merry Christmas. Well, Miss Ellis and Mr. Ellis, the way you decorated this place for Christmas 2018 and 2019 is documented.
All right.
Such a beautiful job that you and Mr. Ellis did to decorate this whole place.
Yes.
But not only for the Fabulous 50s, for anybody who wanted to come in and join the Fabulous 50s.
That's right.
And this is a good historical thing. I am the historian for Jack Yates.
Yes, you are.
And most of all, Miss Ellis, we will make this happen.
Whoa, all right.
Miss Carolyn Evans, Shabar, along with Miss Stephanie Square, who is now the current principal of Jack Yates, we will have a proclamation honoring the Fabulous 50s.
All right.
And she will be there at City Hall. This is what our agenda is to do. To let other kids know in Jack Yates that 2610 Elgin did exist.
Yes, it is.
Because a lot of kids don't know that it was 2610 Elgin. They always think of Jack Yates at 3703 Sampson. That's why all the videos that I did in the past, where we travel all over, not only the city of Houston, but also in New Waverly, to the little Ponderosa that Judge said. All of this is documented. It's in YouTube. Nobody can take that out of YouTube and Google. Google and YouTube is just like cell phone, television, and computers. They are here to stay. They're not going nowhere. So everything is already documented for you guys. And I'm so honored to be here to make sure you guys understand that let your kids and your grandkids know that you are all part of Jack Yates. And this is what we're trying to do at Jack Yates. Keep our legacy going on.
Yes.
And even though the Fabulous 50s have passed away,
Now
we got Jack Yates Roaring 60s that's coming in. You guys are the leaders. Y'all are the granddaddies of Jack Yates. Y'all are the legacy of Jack Yates, the 2016 Elgin, along with Mr. Holland, along with Mr. Dawson. Some of you might not know Mr. Dawson. He was your assistant principal. He was my principal with William E. Miller when they opened up this school and gave it to blacks because Jack Yates was being overcrowded.
That's right, sure was.
Because it wasn't no school for them kids out there in Sunnyside to go to, but Jack Yates. Wasn't no school out there in Harrisburg for them kids to go to, but Jack Yates. Wasn't no school out there in Piney Point for them kids to go to, but Jack Yates. So you see how valuable this school was. You see how valuable, Miss Collins, how valuable you guys were at 2016 Elgin. Because every kid that came out of Sunnyside before 1958, if they wanted their high school diploma, they had to go to 2016 Elgin and deal with Mr. Holland. If not, they'll be a dropout. Because there wasn't no word. So you guys are the trailblazers. I am so proud that we can document this and show kids in the future what you guys is all about. Like the lady said, as long as I've been covering you guys for the last 10 years on social media, I have never heard nobody argue, squabble, curse out each other. Y'all all respected each other. And this is what Mr. Holland wants, this is what Jack Yates wants, this is what Miss Stephanie Square wants over to the new Jack Yates at 3650 Alabama. But as I go out and close out, because there's so much information that you guys need to know. First of all, about Third Ward. You only have one black elementary school that's still open. That's Blackshear. Dunbar, which is closed, but let's go back to the original black schools, which Judge Green them finished in 55. Douglas is now called Yellowstone of Academy. No more Douglas. Let's go back to Dotson. Dotson is over there off of the freeway. There's no more Dotson. That is HISD, School of Law and Criminal and Justice Department. Yes, that's right. If you want to be a lawyer, you go over there where it used to be Dotson, which is called HISD, Criminal and Justice System. Now we go right back and go to J. Will Jones, which is now an international school. That means for kids. Now all of these are high schools, should I remind you. You got 4 high schools in Third Ward now. And as we go on to say that what J. Will Jones is an international school for kids that want to go international overseas. Okay, now Ryan, which you guys finished out of Jack Yates, that school is a medical school. It's called Baylor College, Ryan College of Medicine, which all the kids that's going to be medical and going to do medical and want to be a medical doctor, or nurse, or whatever, will have to go through Ryan, which is Baylor College of Medicine. Then we go to our school, Jack Yates. Let you guys know, we on #1. Let me tell you about your school. Jack Yates is a communication school. It's not going nowhere. Jack Yates equipment at 3650 Alabama, they got better equipment than Channel 8, which is University of Houston, and their television station. Their radio station over at Jack Yates, make KTSU over TSU and make them look shame. That just to let you know that Jack Yates is a school of communication. And as soon Take it for what it's worth. But as soon as the community home closed, you're going to have to qualify to go to Jack Yates. Ain't no such a thing that you living in a district. No, that ain't flying. You got to qualify, you have to make the grade in order to go in there and deal with that high dollar equipment. And also, Jack Yates is a school that teaches kids how to drive a ship. You hear me? They got a whole ship channel over there at 3650 Alabama that shows the whole city of 610. And where the kids can drive a ship there at the school and learn how to drive a ship. The guy that teaches that is the Jack Yates alumni class of 1980. He's over there. He's also over the school that teaches them how to make robots. Jack Yates was first in the state of Texas for the robot contest. That means all the black schools and all the white schools around the state of Texas, Jack Yates placed first in the powers. And that just lets you know that your school and what you guys have done is not in vain. And Jack Yates will live forever. Thank y'all so much, and we will guarantee Ms. Ellis that we will get Jack Yates a proclamation, give him Ms. Delma Anderson and Mr. Emil, and we will make it happen. And they will inform you guys what day that Carolyn Evans will set it up, and what date that we will be able to go to City Hall and get the proclamation that you guys well deserve. Thank you so much.